Yeah,
The
no,
lizards!
I'd freak out if that was happening to me. I wouldn't just stand there. But that's, you know what, you do you. I'm guessing this
Whoa,
is
hold
where
up,
I.
wait. Are you in the Death Star? That looks like the Death Star chamber. Like the...
I didn't see it long enough. I was looking at the lizards. Pass. So I'm guessing this is where it teaches me how to wall. See, this is where I get upset. If I already knew how to wall run, based on me being young and learning to wall run, like, why can't I wall run right now?
That's not the problem I have. The
That's
problem
the
I have
problem
is,
I have.
how young were you?
To the point where you can't remember. Oh my god.
Oh, I...
That show only had 2 seasons.
Surprisingly, I never would have guessed. Anyway,
I always thought it
no,
was one. But
it makes
anyway.
sense. I thought it was way more than that. No, this makes sense because in Star Wars, there's this thing called, oh, look, just like in your vision, you failed.
What? What do you mean?
In your memory vision, you missed the
Oh, and then it
jump.
dropped me on the floor.
That's funny.
Okay. Finally. And now I can go back to that place and get the chest.
Yeah. But that's also the only way for you to get out.
Oh my god, I hate these. I'm sorry, I hate. In games, just in general, I dislike forced tutorials.
But yeah, no, here's the question that I got, right? Or the explanation I got for your question. Because you said,
Wait, which
how
question?
is it? The one where you're like, how is it that he has all this, that he has this stuff, but he just doesn't remember?
Oh.
Well, what happens is that in order for him to wall run, he has to use the force. He's using the force because no one can wall run like he does. Like that's just not a thing you can do
Um,
normally.
excuse yourself.
Look at what he
People in
does.
Modern Warfare would like to disagree.
Fake.
It's
Yeah, you keep
modern.
trying. You keep trying, bud.
Shut up. I'll figure it out.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, go on.
So, but yeah, no, you can't just wall run like he does. So he's using the force to do that. The problem is that he doesn't know the force. He doesn't know how to use the force. He forgot. He shut himself off from the force at some point in his age. At some point, he shut himself off from the force, and it prevented him. There you go. See, I knew you could do it. It
Because I'm a
prevented him.
baller.
Sure, whatever. And it
That was
prevented him
first
from being
try,
able
what
to
do you
use it.
mean?
Oh no, it wasn't. That was
And
technically
look, I
third
first
try.
tried back. Never mind. You can't do that way.
Yeah, you can actually.
Shut up. But, I mean, speaking of which, again, I'm not very far into the.
It's not the way up.
Shut up! I'm gonna get it! I hate you. No, Seer. I, I talked about this in the last video.
You just went that way.
I talked about this in the last video. I feel like she's gonna betray you. Like the way she, I don't know if just games have taught me not to trust anybody who takes an active interest in
Mental
someone who's being
role.
chased, but like she's taking way too much of an interest that someone like her should in who I am. So much so that I feel like I should have wall run. I feel like she's gonna like go to the sisters and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I caught the Jedi. He's on this planet. Send everyone you can to get him." Like I immediately feel like that's what's gonna happen. Let's try and see if I can bait. Okay, I can't. I was trying to bait out the small one for it. Oh, well, I mean, maybe this will work for me.
It doesn't because you don't get experience.
I don't care. I just want to live. Just there we go. If there's one thing I know how to do in this game, it's parry.
Really? Yeah. No, I can see your parrying.
When I try, that's my
Try.
When I meant. Why would I try?
I want you to try.
I don't want to try. I don't have to prove myself. Get out of my face.
You're an embarrassment.
Oh my god! That honestly scared me. I forgot they were there. This is not fair.
You're an embarrassment. I want you to know that.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Jedi don't run.
I'm sorry. I'm not running. I'm tactically retreating, by the way. And I'm playing this game on the hardest difficulty. You played this on story. I don't want to hear anything from you.
I beat it on hardest difficulty.
Now, yeah, but I started it on hardest difficulty. I'm learning how to play on the hardest difficulty. Just like
Well,
I
you're
did
doing
God of War,
yourself.
and guess what
You're
I did in
doing
God of War? I beat it.
well. You're doing yourself a favor because let me tell you, story mode literally sucks. I got bored
Combat-wise?
I got so bored.
You mean
Like
combat-wise or story-wise?
no, comic wise, because the
Alright, let's go.
there you go. Yeah, because the problem is that a chest. The problem is that in story mode or in storyteller difficulty or whatever it is, they have a oh yeah you. I'm not gonna say anything.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to rest so I can get my health back. Go on.
In storyteller, I think
Just
that's the
story.
difficulty. Story, whatever. That is the enemies deal so little damage that I'm able to walk up to bosses and just hack and slash. And then like back off, heal, run back again, hack and slash. And it works. And it's kind of like it's not it that you can tell it's not how the game is meant to be played because I could beat a boss in like maybe not using this tactic and it's not good. And it's kind of makes it less fun too because you know the game is supposed to be challenging. Like you can tell there are certain parts where you're like I know this is supposed to be challenging for me, but it's really not and it's so easy and I feel like I'm like
Why am I
when I
why am I one-hitting this frog? This giant frog who looks like it's supposed to be a
no,
mini-boss.
it's not that. You deal the same amount of damage no matter what. That's the cool thing about this is that they don't change that. They change the amount of damage you receive and how aggressive the enemies are. So it's not it's not like you deal the same amount of damage no matter. So it still takes me the same amount of hits it does to take you to beat that frog guy. But oh, here we go. Maybe if you're faster at jumping.
I am mashing the A button.
Not until you were already halfway up.
That's because I didn't realize what I was supposed to do. I didn't know I was supposed to TMNT this.
See, you see too much walking. You shouldn't even be walking.
I am mashing the button. It's walking on its own. Screw it. I'm going all the way up. Oh, that's not a running. Alright, whatever.
Anyway. So but yeah, there was and I can tell you right now, I mean I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but the final boss fight, I felt like I deprived myself of what the game needed to be. And it didn't feel satisfying beating it on story. I didn't feel satisfied. I knew there was supposed to be a challenge. You could tell there was supposed to be a challenge. It wasn't challenging. It was very easy, and it made it disappointing.
Why did you start on story and not just the easy thing?
But because I started on story because I normally play games, especially games that I care about the story, on the easiest difficulty because I just want to get the story done. And then if I like the game, I'll go back and play it a second time on a different difficulty. But for me, gameplay is kind of always going to be second tier in terms of preference to story. So I was like, I just prefer. Okay, well,
I got so scared.
So I prefer story. That's just my thing. So when it comes to
I'm upset. No, I'm running. I don't care anymore. I'm leaving.
I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna comment.
This is not my battle. This is not my fight.
But anyway, I prefer the story. So I did that with this game, and I realized that in this game, the story, while great, is it's kind of even with the gameplay, and I think the gameplay makes the story better.
You know what's actually funny about this game is that this was EA's attempt to like make a single player game to say that people don't want single player games. Because like their whole thing in the recent years was that single player games are dead and no one really wants single player games. And then they made this they got this company to make this game. I forgot what their name is.
Respawn.
They got Respawn to make this. They didn't tell them what to do. They didn't tell them what they wanted. They barely advertised this game, and then still everyone got it, and they were like, oh, okay, I guess single player games are good.
Well, part of that is true. I don't know if the whole thing. They definitely heavily advertise it. This when
They
they
did not
announced.
actually.
No,
Like
they
there was
did when they.
no, there were not a lot of commercials. There were not a lot of.
Oh, but okay, but that's just their tools of marketing. It wasn't their. It wasn't like they didn't advertise. They were advertising heavy. It's just they weren't advertising where you saw
I
it.
am so low on health. No, but the thing is, if you, I only remember seeing like maybe one trailer for this, and that was because somebody was sponsored by it. That was it. That was the only thing I remember seeing from this. I never actually saw a trailer for it. Now, there was a
I saw
trailer.
the
I know there
because
was a
I watched.
trailer, but I never saw the trailer until
No, you gotta.
one of you guys sent it to me.
No, because here's the thing. This
Or
game
at
started
oh my
with
god.
the. This game started because of. So this has been a long journey to getting to this point, but and thank God it happened because now, as I'm about to tell you, this was a very successful venture, and EA made a lot of money from this, which means they're going to continue with it. But
Hopefully,
well,
because their original
they're
plan
gonna
wasn't to.
they're gonna continue with it. But here's the thing: this game started because of the backlash that EA received from that was funny.
Shut up.
Not Battlefield. Battlefront. It's weird because the same company owns both Battlefield and Battlefront. So
Now.
yeah. So but yeah, well, no, always. EA has
Anyway.
had Battlefront when it came out.
Well, okay, that's not what I meant. But point being, like, it
But
was,
no,
it was their
it started-
backlash from Battlefront
Yeah,
2.
they were like everyone was so mad because it was microtransactions, and
And the
because
gameplay was
E-
bad,
they
and it
and
was
in the
literally
first,
pay to win.
well, no, it wasn't. Well, okay,
You can
it,
buy the
the
best
main
guns in the game. It was pay to win.
okay, the main problem that wasn't. I don't think that's what it was.
That
But
was what it was. People
no,
who didn't spend money on this didn't get the good guns that were able to one-hit people. You could literally pay however much money it was to get Han Solo's pistol so you can one-hit kids.
all right. What? No, hold on. Okay, let's clear this up. In Battlefront, they had this thing where it was like you had cards, and the more of a certain card you had, the more it would like, give
Battlefront
you
2, I
ability.
think, was that
Yes,
cards.
Battlefront 2. And that was how you were able to increase your ability in the game was to have better cards and more cards. And what they did was they said, "Hey, we're going to give everyone a shot to get the same loot from these tanks." That's what I believe it was. They're going to give everyone the same a chance to gather from these things. But if you pay a bunch more money, then obviously you're going to get more cards. So you could have someone who has spent no time on the game have a bunch of high level cards slash characters slash
So,
classes.
so yeah, because the cards came in chess, and you can play, you can do it oh my god, I just saw that. You can do it non-paying. You can do that, but the thing that's wrong about that is that they put a limit on it. They put a limit on how many credits you can get per day. So you can play 3 games, you can win 3 games, you'll get the same amount of credits if you get the lowest on the scoreboard or the highest on the scoreboard, you get the same amount, but you can only get like, I don't remember the exact amount, but you can only get a certain amount per day. So they did everything they could to make you want to pay for those credits.
No, I trust me, I understand. They took like mobile app tendencies and used it for an actual $60 game, and I get that. I'm not supporting what they did, but in any way, shape, or form.
And their storyline was laughable, but go ahead.
I enjoyed it. Anyway,
It doesn't matter. For a $60 game, they basically released a $60 PvP game and then said, oh, by the way, here's a little bit of story. Like that.
that's what they do for You're Close to Dying. That's what they do for every Call of Duty game, pretty much.
No, Call of Duty game stories are 6 hours, I think. 6 to 8 hours. That game was 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours, I think.
All right. Well, anyway, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story that came with the game. Was it worth $60? Definitely not, but I still enjoyed it. Regardless, The backlash that they got from the microtransaction thing that even went to Supreme Court saying that it was gambling, because it is. It went
Now,
to Supreme
no,
Court to say,
loot boxes are gambling, not microtransactions. They're
no,
different.
the loot boxes, and then that caused EA got the brunt of that lawsuit and those fines. So it was a big thing. And the funny part is
Well,
that with all that backlash, people were saying, just give us a single player game. That's all we want. We don't care about the multiplayer. We just want a single player game. And EA's like, no, nobody buys single player games anymore. And then the fans were like, well, we want a single player game.
well, it
And
was
then
more
they got hit
like,
with all those fines. So they were like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do a single player game. And they started it, and they fired the company and the senior director or the creative director that was doing it. And this was I think it's the creative director or something, or the project director or something from the Uncharted series. They got rid of the lady who
Naughty
did
Dog.
Uncharted. Yeah. No, it wasn't Naughty Dog. It was an actual person who was
No,
on
the person
Uncharted.
from Naughty Dog.
Yeah. And they got rid of them. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Because they
But
didn't want this game to succeed. What part of that don't you get?
no,
They were
I
trying to prove
understand.
their point.
But then
Like, you made one of the best single-player games, platforming-wise? Nah, get out of here.
so yeah, this game came from both frustration from the company, I guess, or something. I'm just assuming. But regardless, the cool part about this is that this is nothing like any other Star Wars game we've ever got. They did something completely different with Star Wars that has never been done before with Star Wars, and
They
it's
made an
good.
OC.
Well,
Well,
no,
I guess not technically.
no, it's good.
No, I said
This is No, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying this is good. Like this is like I played this game now twice, and I can safely say that story-wise, this is one of my favorite game. Why would you do
well,
Tears?
it's because there's treasure. It's hard to it's very hard to do Star Wars wrong. And that's the thing, that with a Star Wars story, as long as you keep like a few main components in how you tell the story, it's hard to do that story wrong. It is very
Well,
hard. It's kind of like a
it's-
James Bond movie. As long as you have those core elements, it's a good story.
Well, no, because look, Star Wars is. Yeah, I agree. It's hard to get Star Wars story wrong because honestly, with the fan base and what it is, there is a section of Star Wars that you could make a game for that would please. It would please a group of people, and honestly, you could do it. You could do one where you're a pilot and you're just flying around in space on your own with no companions, no romance. You're just in Star Wars and you're a fighter pilot. That game would sell out. I'm telling
Just
you.
Mass Effect would take out all the women.
No, not even. Like you are literally only on your ship and you go to your base and they're like, "All right, there's people." And you get inside your ship and you fly away and you just go do some space battles
Isn't
and
that
then you
what
land back and like that
isn't that
in
what
itself.
Battlefront 2 was?
No. But
No, not the new one, the old one.
no, still not.
Pretty sure that's what
But
that was.
if they gave a game where it's just you and a fighter pilot as a fighter pilot and like nothing else, that game would still make a lot of money. As long as the mechanics were good and the gameplay was good, it would make a ton of money.
Well,
So
okay, no.
it's
If it was
really
if
hard.
it was a flying, if it was a flying simulator, it would not have made the same amount of money as this game did. 100% on that.
Okay, no, a flying simulator, no, but a fighter pilot simulator where you
No.
are you're playing as an X-wing fighter. Like, dude, that would sell out. I'm telling you right now. There's so many different. You could do Star Wars.
Not a $60 game. Not a
Yes.
$60. No.
Okay,
There's
I'm
no
not
way-
saying the only thing you do is just fly into
Okay,
space
you
battles.
got kind of close to the mic there. I can tell you're getting upset.
I'm not saying that's all you do. But what
It's
I'm
not a $60. God.
But what I'm saying is that you could make about any type of game from Star Wars, and it would be successful. And EA has decided to only do multiplayer games.
Yeah, because that's what they know. EA is known for multiplayer. They're not known for story games.
Do you know what EA was?
Oh, what are you? Uh-oh. Okay, I've seen that too many times.
It's a frog. Just
Oh my
kill it.
god, I'm doing no damage. And he oh my god, he's one-hitting me.
You're not doing no damage.
Yes, I am. Do you see the Do you see the amount of damage
Oh,
I'm
you
doing?
cut off his tongue. See?
No, I didn't.
He did.
No, I didn't.
He did. I saw it.
I don't.
That's
No.
what stunned him. Yeah.
No, see, it's right there.
Well, he has 2 of them. You're dead.
Whatever. Anyway.
Hey, that's the name of the company. So,
But yeah,
this game broke everything that EA thought it was going to do. It was the fastest selling digital digital release.
download.
Yeah, all that. It was like the fastest selling digital download game or digital. No, it was fastest selling digital release, digital game within its release
It was the
window or
fastest
something.
selling for digital download.
Yeah, and it broke records within EA in terms of like Star Wars games ever. In the amount of money that it sold, and it had no loot boxes and no microtransactions.
Well,
Now,
again, and it also had like no very okay, let me not say no. Very little.
try this again.
No. Oh wait, Bogdo, yeah. I thought you meant the sentence. No. It had very little advertising, like I said. So the game that they basically set up to fail, it did better than they thought. And now they're like, oh, I guess you guys do really want this. Okay.
Not
And
even.
they're trying to take credit for it.
We can do it.
Yeah, they're trying to take credit for it when they obviously were ready to be like, see, no one wants single player games when it was gonna fail.
Yeah, they were gonna throw it back in people's. Yeah, you're gonna die. I don't think
Dude,
you
if
have
I
the
didn't,
skills to do
if
this.
I hate you. If I didn't level up my health, he would be one-hitting me.
I'm just gonna say right now, this is probably the only game that I'm good at that you're.
You played this twice. This is my first time playing it.
I'm just saying.
And it's on the hardest difficulty.
I'm just saying.
You got to learn with training wheels. I'm learning on a mountain bike. On the mountain.
Well, at least it's well suited. At least you're not doing a marathon race bike on a mountain.
No, I'm honestly not complaining. Like, it's... I love playing games like this on the hardest difficulty. I said it in the first or second episode, one of those. I said it in those episodes. Like, I love playing games like this on the hardest difficulty because it's way better to go from hardest difficulty to easier one than easier one to the hard one.
Oh, I can attest to that. On the final level of this game, I was upset at how easy things were. And I was like, you know what? This is the end of the game. I'm going to need a challenge. I need to go into the final fight with a challenge. And I switched it to the hardest difficulty. And I died so quick. And then I was...
I got it. I'm leaving. Get out. Go. Go. No! I'm out. Don't even... Anyway, go ahead. Finish your story. Oh my god, I forgot these were here. No. I hear him. No. Move! Alright, we're good. I don't think he followed me.
So, but yeah.
Mission complete.